All right, welcome to This is Summer. Today is May 18th of 2025, and I just want to go through the cottage a little bit in some detail so that your stay here is enjoyable. When I rent out to folks, I always get questions about the cottage, and so this purpose of this video is to kind of go over some things with you just so you're aware of them, so that because sometimes I'll get a call from somebody who's renting or staying here, and it's harder for me to explain it over the phone than it is to just kind of share this video. And I'll try to keep it as short as possible, but I am gonna go through it just because in the past I've just had a lot of questions. So, and I want your stay to be seamless and easy and just make you feel at home. So we have 5 rocking chairs up front. And over here, I do have these lights. These are solar lights, so they do come on at night. Um, they're kind of like low wattage, but I just put them up. I thought it would be nice to do. I do have this gate. This just slides up and down, so in case you have some small kids, you can put them up here in the front porch and not worry about them going, running off the steps and going on the street. So this is our view. When you're sitting here in the front porch is great as far as spending time here for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. We do have a farmhouse table here that was custom built for the cottage, so it can seat 8 comfortably. Maybe a little tight, but it's great. It had a custom built for the cottage to fit nicely on here. What else can I tell you? Probably that's about it for the porch. But it's a great view, and it's great just to sit here for breakfast. There's been times when I sit here for breakfast, and then all of a sudden, friends are like, "Hey, what are we doing for lunch?" So you can sit here for hours. So it's wonderful. So here we have the living room. I just asked for the couch. It's relatively new. That no wet bathing suits, because it's hard to clean the couch, so no wet bathing suits, please. So that's important. Oh, there are some cushions here for the for the for the front for the front porch, for the chairs. I just leave them inside when I'm not using them because they have gotten moldy, and right now apologize for all the sniffing, but allergies are acting up. This is a print of the cottage. A photo that was taken around circa 1860. So it was actually 2 families that were here. There's one on the left, one on the right. And you can see in the distance on the left-hand side, there's a horse and carriage, and that's where they developed the photos. And there's trolley tracks in front of the house. There used to be a trolley that used to go throughout the vineyard. So it's a great photo. In regards to the TV, we do have high-speed TV, and the remote here, this turns on the volume on the side, is here. So you got the remote, and if you have a Netflix account or something, you can certainly log into that. This table here opens up. So right now it's got for 4, but it opens up, and there's leaves that are in the primary bedroom on the first floor, and I'll show you where those are. And then there's a bench that you can use. So if you want to eat inside, if it's not a nice day outside, this opens up, and so you can comfortably seat, I think, like 6 or 8 people here. Excuse me, sorry. Allergies are wicked in the springtime on the vineyard. In here we have we remodeled this kitchen a few years ago. It's at Center Island. There is it's a wine fridge here. If there are bottles of wine, you're welcome to use those. And we just ask that you replace them prior to leaving. We do have it's fully appliance, so we have a garbage disposal, electric stove, microwave, and dishwasher. We also are pretty well equipped with coffee. I'm a coffee connoisseur. I love it. So we have this, which can make a latte or a cappuccino, and then we have a Keurig machine here, and a regular coffee maker. One of the things you should know was about the refrigerator. We had issues with the refrigerator. The house is kind of slanted a little bit, so what would happen is the freezer door would not shut properly, or people wouldn't shut it properly. So what happened is it would be left ajar or open, and then water would come out of the freezer and go on the floor, and it started damaging the wood. So we disengaged the water dispenser and the ice dispenser. So these do not work at all. It's not hooked up, and therefore we don't have an ice dispenser in here. It just created so many issues. So we just have cubes. You just have to make your own ice. And then also in here, there is a washer and dryer. It's like an apartment style washer dryer. So just it's great for doing smaller loads of laundry, but it's not a regular full size. One of the things that I would recommend is you set it. So like for the dryer, I always set it to quick dry. And then for the washing machine, I always set it to a quick wash, and those work fine. And so we'll supply you with enough laundry detergent, and we have some dryer sheets here. One of the things that I found is it takes like 2 hours to do a full load of laundry from start to finish. So just plan accordingly when you're leaving or when you need it, because it just seems to take a while. We do have air conditioners throughout, and I'll talk to you a little bit about them. But one of the things if you could, just keep in mind the house is not insulated. So if you're going to the beach all day, I just ask that you probably just not run the ACs all day long, especially in the bedrooms, just because it's not insulated, so it'll just run. But if you stay in there and it's cool, that's great. So, but if you want to run it all day and it's wicked humid, okay. But I just ask that you probably just consider that, because the house is not insulated. So, but there are ACs in here and in 4 of the bedrooms. I think that's it in here. Let me go to the primary bedroom. One of the things that's nice is that when you leave the screen doors open here, there's always such a nice breeze, and that's the back door there for the towards the shower. If you just leave those open, it just gives you a great breeze. It's wonderful. So here's the bedroom on the first floor. This was it's a great place. We've got you've got the AC unit here. And then we have doors that open up into the front porch. Sometimes the doors do stick a little bit, so just be careful opening them. But it's just a nice feature. And then over here this is kind of where you would hang your clothes over here. There is a paddle fan here, which is nice. And I do have Alexa in here, so if you want to play some music or something, you can just play Alexa. I use it all the time. I love it. I don't think there's anything else. My dad, just so you know, after he retired, he did some watercolors, and he did that back in 1991. So it's a great picture. So that is the first floor. Oh, I forgot the bathroom. So we have full bath here with a tub shower. We do not provide bath towels. You need to provide your own bath towels. And if you don't have them, I can certainly, some people have got them on Amazon and brought them, had them delivered that way. And there's also a place called MV Linens that has a service where they'll drop off and they'll pick up. So this is one of 5 bedrooms. So you have AC here. This is perfect for kids or 2 adults. It's big and roomy. You have 2 twin dressers here. And there's a closet. And then the next room is it's like a kid's bedroom. It does not have a AC in here. So what it has though is it has a fan. You can use a fan, and that's about it. Or just keep the door open. But this is the only room that doesn't have AC, and it's got a smaller window. So just kind of, but it still is a pretty big size room. This room has, which is also beautiful. You have a second floor porch, and it has AC. It has twin dressers, and then there's a small kind of a closet here where you can hang clothes. And then we have an AC unit here. I don't know if you're familiar with these, but pretty easy to operate. Just got this button over here, and then you can adjust and it vents out. So it's great. This is a beautiful room. I love staying up here. And then the last room here is another. It's a king size bed, and it has the same AC unit. And then you have a closet here. So let me step back a little bit. So there's 2 closets. This is for you to use, and this is an owner's closet. I've got a lock on it, so I just ask that you not use that at all. It's got just some personal stuff in there. And what else? And you got 2 dressers here as well. One of the things for all the rooms, if you have the AC on and you're going to use a blow dryer, please turn the AC unit off, and you can turn and then go ahead and use the hair dryer. You just can't have both going at the same time because they're on the same circuit, and it'll turn the circuit. It'll overload the circuit, and it'll turn the circuit off, and it happens all the time. So just turn the AC unit off. Go ahead and turn on your hair dryer. And the last thing I want to go over is the outside, because I get questions there all the time. So for trash, the trash cans are here. So there's recycle and there's just regular trash. So they do not pick up recycles. So if you're interested in recycling, then you have to take it to the dump and throw it out there. And it's on Pennsylvania Avenue in Oak Bluffs. For the trash, when the trash goes out, you have to put it in this purple bag here. And we'll provide those bags, but you have to provide it in those. You have to put the trash in there, and then the trash needs to go curbside. And the pickups they change, but it's either Monday morning and Thursday morning. And they come early. They're like here at 7 a.m. So it's recommended you put them out on Sunday night or Wednesday night for pickup. So they only pick up on Thursday trash in July and August. So if you're staying here in May or June, you just have to put it out Sunday night for Monday morning pickup. So I definitely put it out the night before, because You don't want to miss it, because some of the issues is if it overflows with trash, you don't want to put trash on the ground, because the skunks will get to it and then they'll rip the whole bag open, and that'll create like a huge mess. So, and then for recycles, they're open all the time and you can take your trash there if you want. And if you don't, then just put it in with the regular trash. So put the trash can curbside, and then the trash cans are normally here. I've got 3 of them for you. So that's trash for the grill. We have a grill here. It's a nice grill. And then we have an extra propane tank. We store it here. So I try to leave it full or pretty heavy so that you don't run out. Once you do grill, we just ask that you clean the grill off after you're done, because we have a cleaning service and they don't clean the grill. So please clean the grill after you use it. And then the outdoor shower is wonderful. So just standard shower, but you're outside. So it's great. It's got a rain head, which is wonderful. So outdoor showers are great, and there's pretty good privacy, so you don't have to worry about that. This is the entrance to the shower. Outdoors, we will leave 4 beach chairs, so you don't have to bring anything up. So if you want to use the beach chairs, feel free to go ahead and use those. And then there is an outdoor drying line, clothesline. So it's here. So this just pulls out and you hook it over here to this post. But in order for it to stay, you have to hook it around this part. So this part here, you hook it around. So, and I know probably some of you have this. I'm sorry if I'm over explaining, but it just hooks up like that, and then the line will be taut, so it won't. So you can hang clothes, beach towels up like that. All right, let me talk to you about parking. So here there's enough for 2 spots. There's enough for 2 cars. But if you have cars that are long, like if you have 2 pickup trucks, it'll be difficult to fit them both. But you can pull them up, far up here. You can put 1 car and then you can put another car behind it. But larger pickup trucks, like if you have 2 of them or very long vehicles, it's going to be a little bit tougher. You got to make sure when you pull in that you're not sticking out on the street, because you will. There's somebody here who does manage the grounds, and they live close by and they drive by here. And if part of the vehicle is overhanging the street, you will get notified, and you have to move the vehicle. There is a place where you can park on the street overnight. There's only, I think, 1 street in Oak Bluffs where you can do that. So see if you can park both vehicles here. If you can't, you have to park one of them somewhere else. The garden here, I will ask you for help if you can water this garden here, because it doesn't get any water. So if it's dry and it hasn't rained, if you could water that, please, that really helps. For the other areas of the property in the front garden, I do have a soaker hose, so you don't need to worry about the front garden. And I do have a gardener who comes by, and they manage it, and it gets watered, so you don't have to worry about that. But it's just these gardens here, and then there's a potted plant that we have that's by the outdoor shower. Let me show you where where that is, if you could water that. And it's right there. Yep. So if you could water that, obviously the seasons, it's early on in the season, so we haven't done all that. There are some outdoor lights if you're taking a shower late at night and you want that kind of nice ambiance. There's a plug on the front porch. That'll be set up. You just plug that in and the lights will go on. And I think that's really it. I appreciate if you got to the end of the video. I appreciate you listening. I really hope you enjoy your stay here. I know I went over maybe a little bit too much detail, but the thing is I get a lot of questions when people are up here. So anyways, I hope you enjoy your stay, and any feedback that you have about the place.